Tech here. It's been a long time since my last video, about a month, and my deepest apologies for turning up missing for a while. So, getting back to it, gold, silver, the mining shares, all that cool stuff. Let's take a quick look at the gold chart. What is now a bit over a year for this correction on gold, it finally looks like it might be starting to pop out of this sideways consolidation and possibly break out here to start another, what Gary Savage calls, I believe, a C wave, and others call it the same thing too. I saw a pretty interesting article on Kitco by the Aiden sisters. I like their stuff. They occasionally send in articles there and they have a nice commentary. But they also felt the same way, that this C wave could run as far as the $2,200 to $2,400 level on gold per ounce. And the same thing goes for silver. When we look at that chart, out of a sideways kind of pattern here, it's now breaking and screaming to the upside here in the very short term, which is just awesome, exciting to watch because it came out of nowhere. And it is at a point here now where just about everybody has given up and thrown in the towel. About 2 weeks ago, and this to me marks like the bottom. Okay, for months on end, I was getting messages, as you guys know, because I was reporting and sharing with you guys, of people, saying, I think it's going to go lower, I think it's going to go lower, I think it's going to go lower. And this was coming from mostly the retail people. The long-term guys I know that have been in the business for 10, 20, 30 years plus, they just say, you know what, things are cheap, extremely cheap, I'm buying here, I don't care if it goes lower, because I've got confidence with what I'm doing, and I'm going in, leave me alone, don't change my mind. But the prevailing sentiment from the people I know that have been investing for less than 3 years, especially in gold and silver mining shares, was that they think it was going lower, so that's why they weren't investing, because they're going to get it at a lower price. That was the prevailing sentiment out there for most of this consolidation. Now, what I've been getting now over the past about month, 2 months, the sentiment now is, oh, are you still investing in mining shares? Oh, are you still doing, the gold and silver, that kind of stuff? Like it was a passing fad, right? Like it was a Miami Beach diet or something like that. And I can't even respond to those types of questions anymore. Because as you guys know, this has been years for me. It's been about 8 years now, going on 9 plus, that I've been investing in gold, silver, and the mining shares. And I'm not going to leave at least for another 5 to 8 years. I'm going to stick around and really enjoy this market and learn as much and do as much as I can. So am I still investing in mining shares? Am I still investing in gold and silver? Yeah. Absolutely I am. I'm no longer investing in the physical metals. Gold, silver, no, the bullion. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just not interested. It's not cheap enough for me. But the mining shares, absolutely. Some of these explorers are down at 5 cents a share. And a cup of coffee that you buy here, for example, is a $2 or 2 real note in Brazil. If I go out and spend this on coffee, yeah, great. I get a nice little coffee. But guess what? I can also spend this and buy, 10, 15, 20 shares in a company that I feel pretty confident will go up 10, 20-fold throughout the course of the bull market. So that's what I've been doing, is really accumulating month in, month out. And I stopped reading the news. These financial news things about Europe and the euro and all this financial calamity and all this other stuff like that. A great strategy, I think, is to learn how to protect yourself and then stop being bothered by it all. Right? If you're afraid of a fire at your house or, water damage or whatever else, you buy some insurance and then you stop worrying about it. And then when some guy's like, oh, the fire, you just say, be quiet and get away from me because I've got a plan in place. I got a strategy. That's what, obviously I think most of you guys have. And I hope that you don't spend your time on reading all that, chaotic news. So outside of that, yes, accumulating, buying the mining shares. And then, of course, there have been some more bankruptcies lately. There was the PFG Best and obviously the MF Global. So a great thing for you guys to also learn about is the 3 stock ownership methods that I write about in Bulletproof Shares. You can learn about those methods for free. You don't have to buy my report. Although it is called Bulletproof Shares, How to Protect Your Stock Investments from Broker Bankruptcy and Theft, I talk about street name registration, direct registration, and paper share certificates. You guys can learn about all those 3 methods on the SEC's website or out on the internet on your own. You can save the money. The $45 I think is what it's priced at. You can also purchase the report too and learn how to protect your mining shares, your long-term holdings, from a broker default. So if your broker goes bankrupt or whatever, you won't be standing in a creditor's line for a couple of years, that kind of thing. So again, that's only for your long-term holdings, things that, at least a year plus, because you got to do a whole bunch of paperwork, sending the shares back and forth from the transfer agent. But you can learn all about that on your own, again, or you can check out the report. So that's that. Outside of that, I've just been reading the same books like literally over and over and over and over again. And it's not by accident, and it's not because I have nothing better to read or nothing else to read. I do have other things to read, but I'm banging these things in my head, and that is a few of the greats, The Richest Man in Babylon. You guys got to pick copies of these up, Think and Grow Rich. I know you guys probably have these already. How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a tough one. People skills are a very interesting and exciting thing, right? Part of life to become good at. And also, there's the Bible for some of you guys out there that have a faith-based, life. So that is also a great read. And gold is talked about in the Bible. I think it's the first or second most talked about subject in the entire book, I believe. So that's pretty much it. Pick those books up, guys, if you don't have them. Read as much as you can, and have fun while you're at it. Don't be bothered by the news about the currencies, about the dollar, about the euro, or anything else like that. Just focus on yourself. Take the money that you earn every month. Well, first of all, try to earn more money every single month, but take some of that money every month and invest it, and save it, and buy some education for yourself, and invest in yourself, and spend time on yourself, and enjoy yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what money is for, is to enjoy yourselves. And then pick up some shares if you want to do that too. Pick up some gold and silver, and then forget about it. Just buy it and forget about it. The mining companies have management teams, so look for great management teams that can take care of the company for you, because that's what you're paying them for. I mean, you're the investor, so you're providing their salary, and you're paying them to run a great company, so you don't have to think or worry about anything, so you don't have to trade it all the time either. That's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts here for today, guys. I hope you're all well, and I'll add my next video here shortly, so not to keep you guys waiting for an entire month like I did with this one. Otherwise, I hope you're all doing well. What are your thoughts? Do you guys think we're breaking out here on gold and silver and resuming the bull market? Do you think it's a smart time to pick up the mining shares or the metals? Do you think metals are no longer a good deal anymore, like I do? I don't think the metals are a good deal anymore. I just don't. They're just averagely priced and nothing more than that, in my opinion. But the mining shares, again, the explorers especially, I think some will see 10, 20, 30, 50, 100-fold moves potentially over the course of this bull market. So I want a piece of that. So outside of that, guys, that's pretty much it. Again, I hope you're doing well. Have a fantastic, great week this week. And leave me your thoughts here underneath the video. Talk to you soon.